I love to ramble across Oregon this time of year as winter gives up its lonesome run and spring is waking up all over the state. Hi there, I'm Grant McComey, your host for Travel Oregon's Grant's Getaways. And this week we discover the nooks and crannies of the Columbia River Gorge with an expert who really knows her stuff. She's also a camera pro, and she's going to show us how it's done to capture wildflowers. Come on along, grab your hiking boots, don't forget the camera. We're trekking atop the Hood River Mountain Trail. It really pays when you join folks who know their way in, around, and through the Columbia River Gorge. It's my chance to learn new routes to familiar places.
So many people come out here and they think they're going to drive the historic highway from Troutdale to Multnomah Falls, and that's all there is to see.
Carrie Gash, her husband John, never tire of hiking the extra mile along the Hood River Mountain Trail to find a scene fit for framing.
Wow.
Some call Mount Hood Portland's hip pocket mountain because it's so close to town and easy to reach.
Well, you know, it's a little bit climb getting up here, but once you get up here and you've got Rainier and Adams there, Mount Hood, the valley blooming below you, you forget about the steep climb coming up.
On the Hood River Mountain Trail, find beauty in isolation and majesty in Mount Hood, all rolled into one 3-mile loop trail. Inviting scenery to be sure, but glance around and see that there's far more than invites you to linger.
The wildflowers are peeking up. You've got beautiful blue skies, mountain views. Another 2-3 weeks and the balsam root and the lupine's going to be going like crazy.
Gash is a photo pro who owns a passion for this place where she can practice photo yoga. She gets down on the ground to frame her shots. She has the pics to prove the technique works.
Number one, it's got the highest concentration of waterfalls in North America. You can go from moss-covered forests to high mountain hills with views like this. It's a little bit different each time you come out here with what the plant life is doing. You have trilliums and the wild bleeding hearts and the little tiny violets. And then over here you have the balsam root and the Indian paintbrush and the lupine going. And you can go from one climate to another in an hour.
Her lifelong love affair began as a kid when her dad showed her trails less traveled across the gorge. Now she has become an Ask Oregon expert on the gorge who volunteers for Travel Oregon by answering visitor questions about where to eat, stay, and find adventures in the gorge. Her best timely tip? Drive north of Hood River along the famous 35-mile-long Fruit Loop. It's prime time now with a carpet of spring snow. Not the freezing kind, but an endless wash of foamy white, pink-tinged blossoms from pear and apple orchards that rise and plunge toward distant horizons.
The official blossom season in Hood River is the entire month of April. The peak is generally the third weekend in April, and that's when they have the big events. Craft fair out at the fairgrounds. All the wineries have tastings.
Many roadside stands like the Rasmussen's farm are shaking off winter's lonesome run right now.
Thank you very much.
They're open for business every day to bring color to the landscape.
Bedding plants, vegetables, patio pots, hanging baskets.
Tell me, how do you deal with all the beauty that surrounds you?
It certainly does make the day go by easier when you can just look up and see Mount Hood or Mount Adams or Mount Defiance and all the pretty blossoms.
Back atop Hood River Mountain, Gash says her days seem to zip by because she's always on the move, making new discoveries so more people can enjoy this place we call home, Oregon.
To ask for a nicer day would be being greedy.
The prime time is passing right now for that famous Hood River Valley Fruit Loop, so you might want to time your visit real soon. The blossoms are at their best. And the trail atop Hood River Mountain, it has a spectacular wildflower show throughout the summer season. And if you're traveling around the gorge and want some local tips to help you plan your trip, you can contact Carrie via the Ask Oregon form on the Travel Oregon website. And we have details, directions, and contact information for all of our Grant's Getaways on the Travel Oregon website, so be sure to check them out. Until next week, do get out here and explore the great Oregon outdoors. Let Travel Oregon be your guide. For Travel Oregon, I'm Grant McComey.